Hey friends, Laura A. Grace here, and I'm trying to give this video to you where it's sort of quiet because, guys, I found out some of the coolest news ever. Okay, maybe not ever per se, but we are talking about a huge princess. I mean, she's had movies made, other stuff made, like just really awesome things. Like, this is big news. But first, I have to tell you, I found out this big news. Hold on, I think somebody's coming. All right, we're all clear. I'll have to keep it down, so bear with me. I'm sorry if my video is looking a little pixel-like, but I'm having to do this in the dark so nobody finds out where I'm at. Here is the big news. Did you know, because I didn't know this until recently, but did you know Cinderella is an undercover spy? I didn't know. I had no idea. Now, you might be wondering, how in the world did you come to find this information, Laura? Let me tell you. I found it out through this beauty right here. C.S. Johnson's, let me see if I can zoom out, Kingdom of Ash and Soot. It's a Cinderella story meets Mission Impossible. However, I know it's the real Cinderella. This is the real story that people don't know, which is why I want to share it with you, because it is so incredibly awesome. This story was incredible, guys. I really think C.S. Johnson must have some cahoots with Cinderella that we don't know about, because goodness, how else could she write, as she says, a story with castle intrigue, true love, and family dysfunction? If that does not scream Cinderella, the real story of Cinderella, I don't know what does. Her story was incredible. Like, I loved Eleanora in this book so entirely much. It was so awesome. Like I said, it's Cinderella meets Mission Impossible. Totally awesome, right? Throw in this awesome grandmother that just happens to be part of a super spy group, we'll say, called the Order of the Crystal Daggers. Speaking of this grandmother, Lady Pow, as we will call her, I'm not going to tell you why that's her name, but Lady Pow, I have to be careful that she does not find out that I am just doing all of these ramblings about why I loved Eleanor's story. I don't think she would appreciate if I'm telling you guys the big secret that she's part of the Order of the Crystal Daggers. Eleanora is. You got a few other people that are part of it, and it causes all this mayhem. Actually, technically not the order causes it, but they're going into the mayhem. And you get all of this awesome political intrigue that is just so intriguing, for the lack of a better word. I mean, you have some like assassination stuff sort of going on. You got some murders going on. Then, of course, because every true princess story involves a Prince Charming, you do have this Prince Charming who I'm not going to say who it is, but he is totally amazing. He brings out all the feels. He brings all the smiles. He is just so incredible. He makes a wonderful Prince Charming, but that's all I'm going to say about him. Honestly, I couldn't see a better matchup for Eleanor. I just couldn't see a better matchup. And speaking of our princess here, her story is just so inspiring. It's so encouraging, and I love just how she keeps fighting. She keeps pushing forward. She does not give up, even though it's sort of like you could totally give up and nobody would fault you for it, but she doesn't. Her story really is super inspiring. I loved it. It's very, very engaging. It just pulls you into this world, like I said, of mayhem and intrigue and a bunch of family dysfunction, and you have all these secrets that are just floating around, and you really don't know who to trust, but you want to trust, but you're like, would I be wrong if I trusted them? And what happens if I didn't trust them, but I should have? There's just so many questions. Not only that, but you're going to find out some secret cool news, I guess you would call it news, about Eleanora and, well, who I feel like is our real true Cinderella here. I mean, this is her story. I mean, C.S. Johnson wrote this incredible book about her. Like, how could it not be our real Cinderella here? With that said, I better get going. I'm afraid that Lady P might discover me, or worse yet, it could be the evil stepmom. Yeah, that'd be totally dangerous if she finds me, and I wouldn't want to be there unless Eleanor just happens to stop by, or even the Prince Charming who comes to save me Lady Pow, I don't know. We'll just have to see. If you're sort of wondering, like, who are all these people that you keep bringing, I have to go back to the true story that tells it all. Boom. Kingdom of Ash and Soot by C.S. Johnson. It is an amazing story. Truly awesome. Like I said, it's Cinderella meets Mission Impossible. I mean, that is just an epic tagline to pull me in. I hope that it does for the same for you. I hope that you're like, okay, I'm ready to look at Cinderella in a totally different light, in an awesome light, not in a bad way, but in a totally different light that is just so much cooler than any movie could have portrayed, because it's completely awesome, guys. Completely awesome. Thanks for watching, friends, and I hope to chat with you guys some more, and thanks for watching. Bye!